Hey everyone, this is Mike Klingler with Team Crypto Builder, where we show you how to generate leads and cryptocurrency commissions the sustainable way. I wanted to talk a little bit about something John McAfee's been pushing out. We also see articles everywhere. Let's read what John McAfee's recent post on Twitter said on May 21st. And let's go a little bit deeper than just this, though. He says institutional investors are preparing to enter the cryptocurrency market with a vengeance. They are generally long-term investors and will be pumping billions into the market. Expect the top 10 coins to go through the roof fairly quickly. The bulk of altcoins will soon follow. Okay, so a couple things I'm going to say about this. First, those of you who don't like John McAfee for personal reasons, maybe you saw the documentary on Netflix. I understand, but don't believe everything you hear, first of all. And second of all, he may be paranoid, but he is definitely a genius in many areas, or he wouldn't have accomplished everything that he did. So we need to keep that in mind. And people often that are paranoid often can connect the dots. And he does definitely have something to listen to. He's, obviously a very charismatic guy and a very colorful lifestyle. So a lot of people follow what he says, whether they believe what he says or not. But he's not the only one saying this. That's the important piece. You hear it everywhere. You might think that news and media is just a bunch of BS. It is, but you can still read a lot off of it because the news and media represents big money. And if they're pushing out an agenda strong, then they're getting ready to pump. And really, this is the message everywhere. And if John's saying the same thing they're saying on the mainstream media, which is saying the same thing that Goldman Sachs is pushing out. Here's Forbes magazine pushing out what Goldman Sachs said. And you see this everywhere. Goldman Sachs Bitcoin endorsement leads institutional investor cryptocurrency push. This is also recent, May 13th. You're just seeing this all throughout May. At the same time, let's go check this out. Let's connect the dots. I'm just going to go to Binance real quick. At the same time, everything just tanked. Bitcoin tanked, altcoins tanked. What happens after things go way, way down? They go way, way up, right? Things are in this really weird, funky place. Now you see all green today because it went slightly up from the recent tanking. But if we go to Bitcoin, look at the Bitcoin price real quick. You guys know where it's at. This is Friday, May 25th. Let's go look at kind of a recent price. I see it kind of starting to go up slightly from the major tanking. No, it's still way down, 7,400. Okay, you got to be able to connect the dots. When people are panicking, when there's blood in the street, but at the same time, major news outlets, Forbes magazine, major institutions, and even John McAfee are all saying, hey, institutional investors are gearing up. That's too many different major signals, and mainstream media basically pushes out the agenda of big money. Things are definitely gonna be a changing. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your crypto, but let's connect the dots here. Now, before we look deeper at that, I want to look at this from a completely different direction. A lot of you might know this guy, Steve. 17 years experience trading on Wall Street, has done excellent trading in crypto. He has classes on how to read technical indicators. Listen carefully to what he has to say, and then I'm going to circle back around and really tell you, button this up. Let's listen to Steve because he approaches this from a completely different direction. He's saying, hey, don't even listen to the news. Don't even listen to, all the talk about what's driving the price down, market manipulation, investors coming in. He doesn't look at any of that. And yet he's also saying the same thing, reading the charts. Listen carefully to what he has to say because he reads it all very differently than they do, and yet he's coming to the same conclusion. Listen carefully.
Two levels to watch for in Bitcoin. The top two levels to watch for right now. Pay attention to these two levels. The first one, we're going to pinpoint the exact level on the next chart.
Listen carefully.
But it's about 7160. 7160. Pay attention to this first level, 7160.
Even if you don't read charts, care about charts, and even if you know what Steve's about to say, listen carefully because I'm going to button this all up and bring a lot of clarity, not because I'm some kind of genius. I'm just able to read what all these different factions are saying, and I've learned how to remove emotion from it. Let's listen to what he's saying. He's saying one of the levels is 7141 to watch for Bitcoin. For those that don't know how to read charts and stuff, I'll help this make sense if it's not really clear after what he just says. But everyone sit tight here, whether you know what he's saying or you don't.
The next level is 6,004. Those are the two most critical levels for Bitcoin right now. And as you guys know, Bitcoin is going to dictate the entire crypto market. I'm not worried about what's happening right now, and you guys shouldn't be worried either. And I'm going to tell you a lot of reasons why as we move through this video. So if you've been worried, if you've been stressed, take a deep breath because you're going to be excited by the end of the video. So our RSI on the daily chart has just dipped below 35, which is relatively rare, all right?
If you don't know what RSI is, I know a lot of you do. If you don't worry about it. It's just a major indicator of what's going to happen. He's saying RSI is low. You know, in layman's terms, you don't need to understand what RSI is. Just understand when it's low, it means it's most likely going to go up. And they're able to look historically at the RSI and see how low it's been. It's very, very low historically. It doesn't usually get this low. It means it's probably only going to go up.
And we need to start being excited about that.
So he's saying when everyone's depressed, and he's talked about this a million times, when everyone's just thinking trading Bitcoin sucks, I've lost all my money, it sucks, I got in too late, it sucks. He's saying that's actually the time that most likely it's about ready to turn around. At least that's one of your indicators. Then you look at the charts to know. And so that's what he's saying. RSI is low. That's usually when morale is low. It's usually when the price is low. And it gets to the point where it can't get any lower, and then it only goes one direction. And there's other indicators that they look at, but that's what RSI is. It tells you kind of what's going to happen next.
We shouldn't be nervous. We shouldn't be panicking. We should be excited. Our stochastics is pointing down. So we've just finished this long move in our stochastics. Remember, our moves in the stochastics last between 1 week and 4 weeks. And we started this move officially on the 25th, and we finished this move officially on the 20th. So we almost reached our 4 weeks. And this new move that we've been on, it didn't last very long. All right, we're already starting to dip below. Our momentum is shifting down. We don't have a lot of momentum to go down. However, we are pointing downwards on the daily chart. So that's something to keep in mind.
So he's saying immediate short term, the momentum started to go up, but then it started to dip down. That's why we saw the price go down after it started to make this climb. But that doesn't mean it's going to keep going down forever. It's still pretty low here on the chart compared to where it can get.
Now, if we dig into the charts, we knew that we were going to have a pullback. All right, we knew that. We talked about it way in advance of the move. We talked about it back here that a pullback was coming. All right, so the question is, what do we expect now? And then we need to get to this big truth. And to be honest, I wish this truth was talked about more. All right. Unfortunately, a lot of the storylines are, oh my God, we have market manipulation going on, and there's these big whales are controlling the market, and there's nothing we can do. And another storyline is, oh my God, there's these new regulations that are about to come in from different governments in different countries. Guys, what I would like you to do, and this is something I've learned in my 17 years experience in the stock market, take the news and throw it away. Take the news and throw it away. What you need, all the answers are right in the charts. This is no surprise we have a pullback.
Again, I don't care if you're a big believer in charts or not. My point is if you look at all these different resources, it's all coming to the same conclusion. I'm going to button this up in a minute. Sit with me here, even if you understand everything he's saying, and even if you don't. I want to bring this all together and help you have a lot more confidence about the decisions you've made to get involved with crypto, and to understand with a little less emotion and fear, that things are in the right spot. You're in the right place right now. But let's listen to this.
There's no surprise, all right? Everybody wants to blame it on this and blame it on that. All the answers are here. Don't add this extra stress. You have to understand how the media works. Their job is not to provide you accurate news. That's not their job. Their job is to get you to click on an article, to read an article. That's how they make money. They want to make money, all right? At the end of the day, take the news, throw it away.
He says that because that's what's getting people emotional, right? Their job is to get you emotional. And while we can learn a lot from the news, it's not necessarily what you think. Again, I learn a lot from the news because I know when they're pushing something this hard for this long and it's matching up with the technicals and it's matching up with even Steve McAfee and Outlier and it's matching up with, all these different factions, that's when you know something's about to happen.
All the answers you need are inside the chart, period. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in my 17 years experience. So I hope that connects with you guys. Now, we're not that concerned about what's going on. And let me unveil this big truth because I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to have to zoom out to show you this big truth. Guys, I'm licking my lips right now because this big truth. I can't wait to tell you guys. Here's the big truth about what's going on in the market right now with this Bitcoin crash and oh my God, what's going on? In the past 6 months, in crypto, we're about to have a top 3 buying opportunity. Let me repeat that. In the past 6 months, we are about to have a top 3 buying opportunity.
Okay, let me button this up, guys. What's he saying? He's saying in the past 6 months, we're going to have a top 3 buying opportunity. And he's saying if it goes any lower in the short term, it's just that much more of an opportunity. Like it's going to be temporary. He can tell by the RSI. He can tell by the other indicators. And this is really leading to the same thing that everyone else is saying. He's reading it just from the charts, just from the patterns. And you got to understand, even if charts are a self-fulfilling prophecy, in other words, perhaps there's just like hundreds of thousands of really serious traders, and the most serious ones, particularly the big investors, they're going to really move the market. They're reading these charts mostly. They're trained to. So that alone makes charts valuable and helps them be a major predictor because so many people are relying on them for their decisions. So that alone is enough. But what he's saying is, and he talked about at the beginning these 2 different price targets. He said something around 7,100 Bitcoin and 6,040 or something like that at the beginning of this video, or the beginning of the part that I played. Those are important because it's all about the lows being higher than they were before and the highs being higher than they were before. And the shot that he has up right now doesn't show that, but we're starting that trend. And as long as Bitcoin doesn't dip below, about 6,040 or whatever he said that lowest number was when we started this, somewhere around there, then we're on the uptrend. We are entering it. We're starting to confirm a bull market. It's not fully confirmed yet, but we're starting to confirm a bull market. By the time it's confirmed, it's going to be obvious. So you kind of want to, and just for your own comfort level and just, emotional security, it's nice to just know these things. But it's nice to know also if you do have any extra resources. Now, a lot of you already put all of your resources into crypto. So these buying opportunities aren't real buying opportunities for you, but it's important to understand they're buying opportunities for Goldman Sachs and their clients that they're going to be helping. They're buying opportunities for these other institutional investors that have been just prepping the legislation, prepping everything, and it's all prepped. They're just waiting for that time to come in. And everyone's saying it's about ready to happen. And all these factions are saying the same thing. Look, I'm not a financial advisor. My job isn't to help you with that. I'm a marketer. And a lot of people don't like marketers. I get it. But I try to be as honest and as transparent as I possibly can, which I think is kind of unique in the marketing space. I help people generate leads and generate cryptocurrency commissions so you can have more resources to put in to these positions if that's what you choose to do with it. If you're interested in that, look for the link below and, just study it from the outside or consider, following along or whatever. That's what I'm good at. I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you this. I'm good at reading trends. I'm a quick study. I made a lot of big mistakes when I came into crypto. And I came in late. I came in fall of 2017. I actually came in before that, but I didn't start doing anything until fall of 2017. And, that was pretty late and I was completely green and I made a lot of mistakes, but I came in as an exceptional marketer and I was able to get tremendous leverage and do extraordinary things, even though I made a lot of big mistakes and lost a lot personally early. I've been able to do exceptionally well because I'm a marketer and I know how to generate leads and I learned. and I no longer make those mistakes. So that's what I'm good at. And I'm good at reading trends. I'm looking at what John McAfee's saying, this major outlier who is a paranoid genius. I'm looking at what Goldman Sachs is saying and these other institutional investors, and also the media like Forbes and mainstream media that are pushing this storyline. I'm looking at the legislation. They're totally just like being quiet about the unknowns, and they're totally just setting it up so that these big institutional investors can come in. That's a fact. It's all set up so they can do that. Lots of unknowns, but they're kind of pushing that aside, not talking about that, are they? And then here you got the technicals saying that there's going to be this huge growth. These are people that don't even read the news, saying just from the technicals that, yeah, it might dip short term a little bit, but it's going to turn around is what they're saying. So I don't have to be the financial expert. You don't have to be the financial expert. We can just look at these obvious signs, right, and make our own conclusions. You should make your own conclusions. What I am an expert at is how to do what most people can't do, and that's find and really attract new resources so that if you want to get more Bitcoin while the prices are low and these buying opportunities come, so if you want to get more altcoins without having to, sell your blood or, use your own funds, that's what I help you do as a marketer, to tap into sustainable now, not high yield investment programs like USI Tech, not things like Davercoin or BitConnect. I'm talking about, we don't do those kinds of things. And hopefully if you did, you learned as well that you've got to look for sustainable models to generate cryptocurrency commissions. If that's of interest to you, click the link below and check it out. Otherwise, just subscribe to this channel. We're going to be talking about lots of things, maybe the world of marketing and how you could generate cryptocurrency affiliate commissions with things like Binance, Coinbase, Ledger, and other really unique, powerful models is new to you. You can learn about that. Or you just follow along as I share these little tips and stuff. They're just really easy, shortcut ways to be able to read what's going on without having to be the financial expert and to remove emotion from the process. Again, this has been Mike Klingler. I hope you will subscribe to this video for more of a unique perspective on all this and how to leverage it all. If you don't have more resources to put into it, new ways to be able to do that. And again, go ahead and click the link below if you want to learn about our system. I do want to say something. A lot of people take my videos. If they're not, some people have permission to use them, but some people don't. So if you click on a link below and you end up getting emails from somebody and it doesn't have my name in it at all, my name is not associated with it at all, somebody tricked you. Probably not somebody you want to follow. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited about where we're at. I've taken a beating in this industry, and I've done exceptionally well in this industry. Now, if you've been around a while in this industry, I'm sure you've experienced some of the same things. There are some extraordinary opportunities in this industry. I encourage you to look outside the box. If all of your resources, or most of them, are tied up in crypto now, if you feel like you've kind of missed it or you haven't fully maximized it, maybe you missed some big opportunities in crypto, things you almost bought or that you almost held, but then you got out of and they went up 6 times. If you're kind of feeling that, it's been elusive, you may want to consider figuring out how you can get outside the box a little bit, generate cryptocurrency commissions like myself and my team do, and use those resources to build your Bitcoin and altcoin portfolio before this thing explodes. And again, my name is Mike Klingler. I look forward to seeing you around.